Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Pokemon card live stream. It's me, TheCardconomist. I wanted to do that intro. I wanted to get all hyped up. How is it going? Oh, Miguel, I'm so sorry. I did not ship your cards off because I was hoping to run into the cards that are missing. I'm sorry. I should get these out. Maybe I'll get these out before the normal ship time. Uh, with the shipping's been done. There's a few cards that didn't go out. Usually I review that. Maybe I'll review that in the next live stream because today I was going to do a little bit of a different live stream. Today I was going to kind of go over what PSA cards I own, and I was thinking of updating the prices on some of those. And then maybe we sell some cards today, maybe we don't. I don't know how much money you guys have for actually opening up cards these days. We opened up a lot in the last week. So I was thinking about just mixing it up a little bit and taking a look at my collection and kind of figuring out, getting a screenshot of the market right now. Give me a moment here. I'll mute the mic for a second. All right, there we go. I had a little bit of a cough. So the shipping did go out. I did do another 2 PSA submissions have gone out. A few people's addresses, I still need them. I mentioned it in the announcements. We are missing 2 things. We're missing something for Miguel and Sarah. An Ursaring, Japanese Ursaring went missing. If I accidentally shipped it in your bag, let me know. If it arrives at your house, let me know. Also, apparently, Emmanuel had a fossil pack that went missing as well. So there's 2 things missing. Hopefully they show up soon. I've already ordered replacements for Miguel and Sarah. I haven't ordered replacements for Emmanuel. But I guess, you know, any number of things could have gone wrong that would make them go missing. Anyways, let's get started on looking at these. I've acquired these over the last year, and I promise you I didn't pay too much for them. What happened was the majority of this card set, most of it, like let's say 75% of it, was purchased before the price of the cards like exploded. Because that's basically what's happened, right? The price of the cards have really gone up. But back then, I was buying some of the most expensive pieces in this set. I was buying them at a fairly good price comparatively to what they're going for today. So today I just wanted to start pricing my PSA cards again to just kind of get an impression of what they're valued at and maybe what I can hope to sell them at one day if I needed to sell them tomorrow. Are all those cards yours? Yep, you're looking at my PSA card collection. That's right, you guys aren't the only ones collecting PSA cards. I collect them too. There's my rocket set. Set it down here. Alky Bear just helped me with the rocket set. He got me that Rainbow Energy. Let's see, these are my modern cards, I think. I do not have a lot of cards for sale. Most cards are like sold out. Oh, you know what? Let me jump into my description, my live stream description, and update it. Give me a sec. Before somebody buys something I'm sold out of, right? So let me jump into the live stream description and update the price list. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Pokemon card live stream. I haven't done this in a while. It's been like maybe a month since I last did this, where we priced the PSA cards. But there's a lot of PSA cards that I've never priced before because they're new in my collection, so I'd like to get a price on them and get an impression of them. So the mystery packs right now, they're $10 each, and that's because we have Dark Charizard as the reward, and he's kind of expensive. Sword and Shield Rebel Clash is sold out. I have more on the way. Sword and Shield Base Set, there's those are almost gone. There's 3 of those for sale. Cosmic is sold out. Unified Minds, there's a little bit of Unified left. There's a little bit of Unbroken left. And Shining Legends went up by $1 because it's finally getting expensive. And everything else looks good. All right, let me hit save. Sweet. Super sweet. And we're good. So for the pricing of these PSA cards, how am I going to be doing it? I'm just going to be using eBay, honestly. So we're going to be using eBay's buy it now price. We're going to be sorting the cards by the cheapest buy it now price. Hopefully all the cards have gone up in price. Some of them might have gone down in price. You know, kind of zigzags, just like the stock market zigzags. So this will take a little bit of time. I'm going to go ahead and lower the volume on Streamlabs so it doesn't explode. Why don't we start with my Charizard box? I got a box just for Charizards. So this has become my favorite Charizard, by the way, this guy right here. Really, he's not my most expensive Charizard, but the reason I like him so much, he's very vibrant. I've done this comparison before. Let me show you. Here it is. So here's a regular unlimited base set Charizard. And you know, how's it going, Wintery? He says, haven't subscribed yet, but like the channel so far. I'm a big time vintage Pokemon card collector. I've got a lot of PSA 10 cards. Oh, very cool, man. But yeah, so when we compared the base set Japanese, and look, so this is older, it's 1996. It actually predates the base set for English by quite a bit there. That's 3 full years, guys. 1996, 1999. This is much older. And it somehow is also more vibrant. You can see the fire better, and just like the holographic, I guess, foil on the card is like superior. So even though this card is priced lower than this card, I think it's more beautiful. And I wish that people would appreciate that with the Japanese cards. I think that the Japanese cards have been ignored. And that's a great thing. If you have not purchased one of these, it's a good thing that these have been ignored, because it means you can still get them at a reasonable price. And I don't think you'll stay that way, as people like me who have a channel and have influence are able to show you the difference between the cards. This is older and is better looking. So let's go ahead and get the price on him though, okay? Because I don't know what happened since when I bought him. I bought him a while ago. I bought him back when we split the base set Japanese. So Japanese Charizard, PSA 10, and I'm gonna say base. Let's see what happens. We're gonna go by shipping lows first. We're gonna go by buy it now. So we're just going by the cheapest buy it now available on the market. I think that's a very fair way to shop. The reason why is because although there might be one cheaper in the sold, right? So if you looked at completed listings, you might find one cheaper. That one's gone. You can't buy that one anymore. So we go by the cheapest one on the market right now. And the cheapest one on the market is for $2,200. And right after that, it jumps up to $4,000. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, and here's one for $2,400 in the UK. So I think it's reasonable to, wait a second, am I missing one down here? You got to be careful, because sometimes they show up lower down the list as an international purchase. All right, so it looks like the cheapest one is $2,200. Did you just say not as vibrant as you, Guessy? So first of all, why don't I talk about how much I actually paid for this card? Because I actually remember I paid $1,000 for it. So I paid $1,000 for the card. And the price for the card right now is $2,200 in a very short period of time. We're going to put the date on this as well. So that's 5/19. Do I have a fresher Sharpie marker? So we're going to say 5/19/20. Also, let's get the population on this card. So we want the population on it. Let me open up PSA. So you can go to PSA's website, and they will talk to you about the age, or not the age, the number of the cards available for that. And, you know, the rarity of the card sometimes dictates the price quite a lot, and sometimes it doesn't at all. So if you have like a really rare Rattata, it's not going to be like super valuable, but if you have a really rare, beautiful Charizard, then yeah, it's kind of rare. That will increase the price, won't it? All right, so the Japanese base set in PSA is actually called Pokemon Japanese Basic. Isn't that weird? They don't say base set, they say basic. And we're gonna look up Charizard. So there's quite a few of these guys. There's 395 of them. For a Charizard, that's actually not that populated. It sounds like a lot, but since Charizards are always so high demand, is actually not that much. So 395. Okay, so there's the population. Here's the current price, 2,200, and here's when I wrote that down, 5/19/20, and I paid exactly $1,000 for them. Right after I bought them, one came onto the market for like $800. I wish I had bought that as well, because I mean they're so much more expensive now. Okay, so we're done with that one. That's my favorite Charizard right now, that Japanese Charizard, just because he's so vibrant. Here's my Japanese Blaine's Charizard. Since I never pulled one out of the box like you guys did when we cracked open a Gym 2 box, I went ahead and I bought myself one so that I'd have one basically. It's funny because I did have one and I sold it to you guys using the mystery packs, the lotto, and I priced it at only $120 back then, remember? Somebody actually won this out of the lotto for $120, and I'm pretty confident he goes for a lot more now. You're my favorite Charizard TCC. What? Blush. I'm just kidding. Let's get back here. So we'll start by looking up the population of the card. This is going to be Japanese, Gym 2. 1998, Pokemon, Japanese Gym 2. Total of 8,500 cards. And let's look up Charizard. Blaine's Charizard, there's 471 of them. Once again, similar to the other guy, it's not that rare. 471 is incredibly rare. But the demand for Charizards are really high. So we say 471 down there. And then what did I pay for this guy? I ended up paying 300 for him, I remember. So that was the starting price. That's what I actually paid. Let's go ahead and find out what he's going for today. Japanese Charizard Gym. That should be enough. Oh, we have to say PSA 10 as well. Okay. Wow. Is that accurate? Excuse me, I have a little cough. I'm gonna cough real fast. And I'm good. So it looks like the cheapest Blaine's Charizard today is $800. Wow. He definitely moved up. He used to trade for 120. So he's 800. This guy, I bought this guy a long time ago. It's getting closer to a year ago, guys. I think we're moving on to month 11 since when I started. And you can see I've been keeping track of him for a while. His population was like 270. But this is the craziest thing. I paid 700 for him. Isn't that wild? Long time ago, I paid $700 for Blaine's Charizard. See that? And the last time we looked was on 421. That would have been just about 1 month ago. We looked on 421, and he was apparently going for 3K. Now, I'm not going to worry about looking at his population stats. I'm sure he wouldn't have moved by more than like 10 or something like that. So we can look at the population stats again someday, but we're going to get an impression of what he's selling for right now. Gym PSA 10 Charizard. That's what I'm going to type in. We're buying now, shipping lows first. All right, the Japanese ones are popping up. Oh, here's a Gym's Blaine's Charizard for is PSA 10 and is for sale for $2,500. Okay, so he hasn't really moved up then. Well, what about the one after that? Okay, so it's kind of a weird thing. Check it out. So this guy is trying to get rid of his Blaine's Charizard quickly. He's listed his for $2,500, but then the one available right after it. And by the way, is that? Oh no, this is unlimited. So you can tell that this one's actually unlimited. That's why it's so cheap. It's unlimited. Okay, that explains the price. So the cheapest buy it now first edition is actually $5,000 now. There we go. I was like, why is that so cheap? Quick, get your wallet. Now, I after buying that card from Malky Bear, I don't have money right now. So we're gonna say 5, 19, 20, and we're going to say that the latest price was just 5K. And so this is how his prices tracked over time since when I bought him. 700, 1,500, whatever this is, it looks like 1,500 again, 2,800, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. So he has really moved over time. And so in theory, if I were to sell him, let's say I were to list him for 4,000, which is $1,000 cheaper than the cheapest one, and he were to sell in a month, you know, maybe I can say that I made like $3,000 of profit, maybe like 2,500. Not bad. That's actually really crazy. That's a lot of money to just make from selling a card. This is a PSA 9 Dark Charizard. I came so close to selling this at one point. I just about sold this guy. But, you know, at that point, I was starting to catch on that the vintage cards were more valuable than I realized. So let's get the price on this guy. Looks like the last price I did was $356. I mean, he's a 9, so technically I am still open to selling him. But let's see what he goes for. So this is going to be Dark Charizard, PSA 9. All right, and there's Japanese. Non-holo. So it looks like the cheapest one, is that holo? Wait a second, let me find out if this is a non-holo. No, that's non-holo. Excuse me. Wow. So the cheapest holo PSA 9 Dark Charizard is $850 today. We don't have his population. We should look that up. So that down there, you can't read it, but it says 215. That's what that says. Today is 850. Back then, I wasn't using Sharpie marker. I was using an erasable dry marker. So we're going to jump over here. Let's find out his population real fast. It's worth knowing. Let's look up Dark Charizard. Pokemon Rocket. Wait, that's Japanese. Here it is, 2000 Pokemon Rocket. That would be the English version. And we're going to go to Dark Charizard. I bet there's a ton of them. In fact, there is. There's 408 of the 10s, but of the 9s, there's 1,136. And it doesn't even matter because he's so popular. 1,136. And you know what? I would be open to selling this guy because I actually have a completed PSA 10 collection, right? So I don't need a PSA 9 collection of the Rocket cards because I've already got PSA 10. So this is just a card kind of straggling in my collection. If anyone's open to that, let's see. What do we have here? So this is the one I got, and this is the one I bought. You'll notice the one on the left is actually lighter than the one on the right. Pretty interesting, huh? But they still gave it a 10, and they graded it recently. So I've got 2 of these. Let's find out what their population is and what their price is. Pokemon Japanese Rocket. You know there's only 5,000 graded Japanese Rocket cards? It's not a lot. That's actually pretty small. And there's 400 of these guys, so 410s, 405 to be precise. I really don't need 2 of those either, but maybe I'll just hold on to it. So Dark Charizard PSA 10. Are there no Japanese ones for sale? Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups now. First I'm coughing, now I got the hiccups. Jesus Christ. Dark Charizard Japanese. I don't think there's any for sale. Oh wait, here's one. No, that's... No, yeah, there's one for sale for $1,000. That can't be right. That's way too much money. I would put them at like 800 maybe, but 1,000? That seems really high. All right, let's see. Ended recently. One ended recently for $200, and another one for $175. So in cases like this where there's none available, I'm just going to put NA. Because there's no information for me to run off of. But since the Blaine's Charizard is going for 800, I'm going to place this one at about 700. Oops, I just wrote 8. Let's just write 800. Who cares? So we're going to say not available 800, which matches the Blaine's Charizard. And this needs to be priced. So this, not priced, this needs to be dated. So 5/19/20. All right. Oh, these guys are so interesting. So I was looking these up to find out how much I paid for these guys. One of them I actually bought for like 500. Did you know that? So I bought one of these for 500, and the other one I bought for 580. Yeah, so these are the these are the Hidden Fates Shining Charizards, and I bought them when I saw that the market was finally changing on them. For a while, they were selling for about 400, and I'm like, is it reaching the bottom? And then I saw it start to climb, and I bought 2 of them right away. So, and these are now going for more than like 1,000, right? Let's look it up. Come on, baby. So that's Dark Charizard. Let's look up Hidden Fates. Hidden Fates PSA 10 Charizard. Those were recent purchases, and I think that was very smart when I bought them. I mean, my prediction on the Hidden Fates Charizard was always that they were going to do really exceedingly well. Here we go. So the cheapest Hidden Fates Charizard is $1,000, and I think that that's going to be a very common price point for the the Hidden Fates Charizards will probably be 1,000. And the reason for that is because once you get over 1,000, I mean, people look at the number 1,000, they kind of cringe. So I'm going to put his price, his cheapest buy it now price on eBay is 1,000 now. All right, 1,000. So look at that. I might have doubled my money in just like a month. I bought these in the last month. But you know, I don't think they're done going up either. I think the longer you wait on these, the more they'll move up, honestly. It's because they look very good. That is the issue. That is my philosophy for buying cards. Beauty is extremely important because these are purchased out of desirability the same way art is purchased out of desirability. Let's look up the population. The population should be like 800 or 900 or something like that. There's like a bazillion of them, but it just doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Isn't that wild? Hidden Fates. Here it is, 2019. One autographed card, huh? Some famous person signed one of them. So we're going to say Charizard. And there are 927 of these Charizards. So despite how many of them there are, it's just going up in value. And that is because they look that good. I did good. If I sold these right now for 800, they would probably sell. I'd make 300 on this one, and I'd make about 220 on this one. Not bad. Place this over here. This guy, I think he's struggling. I think after the I think after the Hidden Fates Charizard came out, his appeal fell, I think is what happens. When you factor how many packs it takes to get the Zard, it sort of makes sense. It is a pretty easy grade, really. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, it could take you like $1,000 to pull one Hidden Fates Charizard. And then he also has to grade a 10. Some of them grade a 9. 90 is probably going to get a 9 on his. Unbroken Bonds. So it looks like last time he was going for 340, and there's a population of 649. I'm probably always going to have one just to have one in my collection. So we don't even have the pop for that one. So let's get these prices out. So that's Hidden Fates. Let's say Bonds, PSA 10, Charizard. This is my Charizard box. All right, the cheapest is $400. So you can see that he has barely moved at all. And I think the reason for that is because, you know, 1,000 Hidden Fates Charizards were injected into the market, and so why would you buy this one unless it drops significantly in price? Something to think about. 5/19/20. And this number has definitely gone up since the last time I checked, I'm sure. Now here's the Cosmic Eclipse Charizard. I don't know what I paid for him. I think I paid about 300 for him. Chief says, hope my Zard Reshi comes back at 10. Hope my Zard Reshi. Did it not already come back? Whose Charizard came back? Somebody's Charizard came back. Did I already ship it? I must have already shipped it. Oh my god, I've got too much going on these days. Way too much. Was it actually AFK? No, actually AFK had the Alakazam. Whose card was it? I can't remember. Okay, but here you go. Let's look up Cosmic. How's it going, Hibana? So Cosmic, PSA 10, Charizard. Still going by the cheapest buy now price. And it looks like the cheapest is going to be $360. Which is roughly what I paid for it. Which means 360 of my dollars have been sitting in here not growing. But that's okay. I want one. Because one day it's probably going to grow. That's Hidden Fates. Let's go over to Cosmic. Cosmic Eclipse, duh. Wow, there is very few of them actually. Very interesting. There are only 139 of these. So this Charizard has not been graded very many times. I will keep a close eye on that. That's very interesting. This is a Charizard I graded myself. I think he goes between like 200 and 300. We're not going to price him because it doesn't really matter. He's just a 5. It's not going to blow my mind or anything. This can blow my mind. Let's see where we started. So check it out. A while back, I bought him for $750. That was a long time ago now. It's been a while since I bought him. Let's see what Burning Shadows Charizard goes for today. Burning Shadows Charizard. PSA 10. And the cheapest one is that English? 1,400, and then it jumps to 1,500, and then it jumps to 1,700. So he is very likely going to move. We're going to put down 14 here. Nice. 5, 19, 20. And his population is probably one of the most important parts of his selling appeal. Let's go look up Burning Shadows Charizard's population real fast. So we would expect his population to go up somewhat, but not too much. Here it is, Burning Shadows, and that's because of the cutting error. But there were already a lot of them, to be fair. 655. Oh my god, that did not even move a little bit. Look at this. So the last time I looked, it was 653, and that would have been a long time ago. Now it is at 655. So just like I predicted, this card will not grow fast in population because every time you pull one of these guys out of the box, he's going to have the goddamn cutting error on it. So this is very likely underpriced. It doesn't look like it today, but it very likely is. Now for the big hitter, woo! Shining Charizard. So I'll let you guys in on a secret, the 60 of you. I paid $4,500 for this. That's what I paid, 4.5. And it was a big purchase. I don't make a lot of big purchases, but this was a big purchase. And he's going for like $10,000 now. I already know because I look it up all the time. So his current price on eBay is a small $10,000. 5, 19, 20, unless he's sold. Chief Buffalo says, ouch, my bank account. Yeah, I mean, it feels that way when it goes out. But considering he's going, his lowest price is $10,000 right now. If I were to list him for, let's say, $8,000, which is like 20% under the $10,000 price, somebody will pick him up at 8, and then I will make, what is that, like $3,500 minus fees and taxes? You're talking about making enough to buy like a used car, basically, off of one card. So I think that was a very good investment. Besides that, he just looks awesome, and I never want to give him up because he looks awesome. So if I ever gave him up, I'm scared I'm never going to be able to repurchase him. This is a Burning Shadows Charizard. You know, I might put this guy for sale Let's see what he's going for, though. He's unlimited, shadowless, PSA 8. He wasn't graded too long ago, either. So let's see. Shadowless Charizard, PSA 8. Yeah, he might be for sale. So, PSA 8 Shadowless Charizard, $3,000? For real? No way. Is this for two of them here? Maybe his price has moved up. Holy shit. Oh my god, he was going for 800 not too long ago. Holy shit, man. He's going for $2,000 now. What the hell? So last time I checked, he was at 800. I did not expect that. People want the shadowless cards. I don't know if I want the shadowless cards, though. I mean, I do if they keep moving up in price like that. I'll hold on to it, but... Jesus. Yep, that's a PSA 8 shadowless Charizard. Got him a long time ago. Alright, and my PSA 10 Dark Charizard. Awesome card. Sora just got one in the PSA return yesterday. One of my favorite Charizards because it's from my favorite set. Dark Charizard, PSA 10. Here we go. What is he going to be going for, huh? Alright, so there's one with a really old grading on it. A really old, what do they call that number? I can't remember the name of the number. Certification number, there we go. So there's a first edition Holo Dark Charizard with a very old certification number that's just been marked down to 3,000. And then there's one that's been listed that's been graded more recently, listed for 3,300. So I'm going to go with the 3,300 one because I think that more closely resembles what I own here because my certification number comes later. So, oh wow, look how it's changed. So I was tracking the population over here. We won't update population too often. I don't think it's required for these old vintage cards because they don't get opened too often. I mean, we can assume it's 404 now just because of Saurus. Back then, I was buying these for like $1,000, and I thought I was crazy when I was buying them. I literally thought I was crazy to buy them. But look at how the prices moved over time. 1,000, 1,400. Over here, I was predicting that the price would move to 2,500. And then the most recent recording was at 1,600. And now we're going to say $3,300.
Gift from my birthday today.
Whoa! Happy birthday! Who's that? Thank you for my birthday present. That's from Rakusa Guy. Thanks so much, man. Sweet. Okay, so that was a lot of fun, and I think what we learned here is that basically all of the Charizards have moved up in price. The Japanese one moved up quickly after we started getting into it. It literally doubled. The Japanese Blaine's Charizard did well. What is this one? This one's the... this is the first edition English Blaine's Charizard. It's doing very well. All the Charizards, virtually except for the Unbroken Bonds and the Cosmic Eclipse. So Unbroken Bonds and Cosmic Eclipse Charizard have not really moved, and I have a theory for that. My theory is that the Hidden Fates Shining Charizard came onto the scene, and it made those other Charizards basically obsolete. So that's what I think happened. That's my Charizard box. It's actually missing the Charizard. Why don't we get this last Charizard done? So this is part of my base set collection, and that's a PSA 9 Unlimited Charizard. I bought him because I consider him cheap, and I can get the whole set done and put him on display. Let's get some information on a PSA 9 Unlimited Charizard. Base Charizard, PSA 9. Japanese. And here it is, I think. Yeah. No, that's Spanish. never mind. That's English, but it's got a really old certification number. All right, here's one for 800. Sounds good, Miguel. I should have them, don't worry, because I've got like a bazillion common uncommons from that set, okay? So this is going to be 800. Is this the same marker I was using? No, this is the thick one. And the population for him is probably quite large, actually. I guess we should go ahead and get it. It's a good piece of information to have. So base set Charizard gets graded all the time because he's such a popular Pokemon. And the demand for him is so high that it doesn't really matter. Come on now. Pokemon, duh. Pokemon coin? What? Foil pack? Hold on, let's try Pokemon game base. God damn, dude. How about Pokemon base Charizard? Why does it gotta be so weird, man? Pokemon game Charizard. There it is, 1999 Pokemon game. Sometimes the database for PSA doesn't really use consistent keywords, and they ought to just fix that. Here we go. Regular unlimited PSA 9 Charizard. There's 4,300 of him. Okay, so there's actually quite a few of him, presumably because of regrading. We don't know the real number. 4377, and we're gonna say regraded. So most likely what happened is people took their PSA 9 Charizard, and because he becomes so valuable at a 10, they sent him in over and over and over again, hoping that maybe they'll get lucky and PSA will overlook the flaws and turn him into a 10. So that's where that comes from. And because once your Charizard's a 10, he's much more valuable. So that number is very likely inflated. Okay. Place that back down there. Okay, that was my Charizards. Now you guys want to see my valuable box. So I guess technically the Shining Charizard from Destiny was in there, Neo Destiny. But I got some other valuable cards. Ooh, baby. These are two of my most valuable cards right here, the Shining Tyranitars. Beautiful cards. And you know what? It's funny. I bought one of them at $780. I'm just going to write that down. I actually distinctly remember this because back then I was like, oh my God, I got to have Shining Tyranitar, one of my favorite Shining cards of all time. And David Adams was selling a PSA 10 Shining Tyranitar, and theirs was for like 1,000 something on eBay. And then I contacted them on their website. I'm like, I'll buy it right now if you can give me this discount, but I'll buy it through your website and then you won't pay eBay fees. And they went through with it. Very nice of them. And then the second one I would have purchased for about just $1,000. All right, so about $780 and $1,000 was the prices I paid for those. Now this is the fun part. We get to go look up how much they're going for now. Here's also the fun part. This is actually a pretty rare card. There's only 119 of them. That number might have shifted by 4 in the last while, but it probably hasn't shifted by much. Oof. All right. PSA is having a sale now. Oh, nice. So let's see. We're going to look up Neo Destiny. And we're going to look up Tyranitar. So Shining Tyranitar is still at 119 for his population. What is this? There's a Shining Tyranitar for sale right now, but he is unlimited, and he goes for 1,300. And then after that, there's just none for sale, I'm pretty sure. And there was one guy who was selling it for like 12,000 earlier. March 25th. Anthony says, would you be willing to sell vintage Japanese WotC bulk? Wait, what? Would you be willing to sell vintage Japanese WotC bulk? Are you talking about like common and uncommon cards? I mean, I'll probably put together common, uncommon sets. I don't know if you meant like holo cards. I probably won't do that. Oh, that is what you mean by bulk. Sorry, I'm using the literal sense of the word bulk. I'll probably sell them more carefully because I think that those cards are more valuable than like modern common and commons. You know what I mean? How's it going, Anthony? So it looks like on May 18th, a first edition Shining Charizard sold for 2,700 plus a bunch of shipping, and there's just none for sale. So I'm going to say NA. And what would I actually sell these guys at? To be honest, I would probably sell them at 8,000. I know that sounds high, but that is the price that I would be okay at selling mine at. Did I say Charizard? I apologize. Based on the price of the Neo Destiny booster boxes, Neo Destiny booster packs, and the seemingly rare availability of the cards, I wouldn't sell these for less than 8K. Okay, we're going to say, let's see, not available 8K. Right, we gotta write the date down. All right, place these over here. PSA 10 Tyranitar, nice. So I bought this recently, and I don't know how his price will have moved. I think I make some cards more. I think I make people aware of some cards, and then the card's value goes up because of it. So that's Eclipse. Tyranitar. Eclipse Umbreon. I don't even think he's available. Let's look up his population. So we're going to say Eclipse. Oops. There it is, Pokemon Eclipse. How do you say the name right? Eclipse? And we're going to say Tyranitar. Wow, there's not a lot of these. 72 of them? That's pretty rare. And I don't know what he's going for. So there's 72 of these, and there's none for sale, and I probably would just want to hold mine. Here's the 9. I can tell that there's 96 of the 9s. Actually, we forgot to add the date. Let's see what the 9 is listed at. Be right back. Pokemon Aquapolyps. Let's see. $700, it looks like. There's one with an old certification for $650. I think I'll go with the 700 to be honest. It's more recent. Mine's a recent certification, isn't it? Oh, it's not. Okay, I'll go with the 650. How's it going, Trent? He says, hey, it's me. It's a me. There we go. All right, so that's Aquapolyps. This is the Japanese Aquapolyps. Huh. Wind from sea. Shogun says, I just weighed in at 109 kilograms. Nice. I don't know how to convert that to pounds, so I don't know what it means. What do we have? We have a PSA 10. I don't think there's any available. Are Pokemon Break cards rare? No, not really. Huh, so there's none available for sale. And how about, let's look up the population for it. Wind from sea. I wonder why they didn't go with that name. That's such an awesome name. Wow, there's really not a lot of these. That's pretty crazy. So there's 16 of these. That card is really rare. There's like 16 of them. Now maybe there's a bunch of unopened packs out there somewhere, but if there's not a bunch of unopened packs, that card's pretty valuable. There's 16 of these? He's so good looking too. It's kind of shocking. Wow. I wasn't looking that up when I bought it either. I was just like, oh, it's Tyranitar? Click. It was like that. Crazy. Man, that's really wild. Oh, so these are in my valuable box too, by the way. These Dark Dragonites. I actually already know their population is tiny as well. Look at this, 250. That would have been the price that I bought these at. It's 250. All right, place that back over there. So 250 would have been the price that I bought them at, and I think their population is like 23 or something like that, and that's the English card. Let me look it up though. I could be wrong about that. There could be more of them. I could be thinking of a different card. Oops. Rocket returns. And we're going to look up Dragonite. Oh, nope, I was not wrong. I was actually wrong in the other direction. The rarer, there's not 23 of them, there's 22 of them. And these are English. And I wonder if there's any for sale. It's possible that there's one for sale. With the Rocket Return set, I only want the reverse foils. I don't really want anything else. I like that the reverse foil has the name in it. Okay, so there's none for sale. Is a Dark Dugtrio holographic from 1999 rare? No, not really. If he grades a 10, he's rare, sure. But if he doesn't grade a 10, he's not that rare. He's not that valuable. He's not a super desirable Pokemon Dugtrio, from what I can tell. I would sell this for about, I know this is going to sound crazy, I would sell one of my Dark Dragonites for about 15,000. And this is because I expect him to easily reach 15,000 over time. If I do absolutely nothing with them. My incentive to sell them is extremely low because I didn't really put any money into these cards at only $250 each. So that would be the price that I would sell mine at. It's about $15,000. The thing is, nobody's seen these sell at that price, so they don't believe that that's what they're valued at. But I think they're valued at that. That's probably a very fair price. That's because there's 22 of them in the world. So they're extremely rare. They're a terrific, fantastic looking Dragonite, and they're already pretty old. He's got a big moon in the background, you see that? Got a little glowing star down there. Yeah, that's going to be some of my favorite cards over time. You might get that price in 2050. Well, that's the plan, Matt. So my plan with my cards is to not sell them, except for a long time. So I would sell this right now for what I believe it'll be in 30 years, because I only put $250 into it. It's very cheap. Omnipoke says, it's beautiful, but the market is too niche. I actually mostly agree with you, Omni. So the issue that you have is not enough people know about this Dark Dragonite, but that's part of why he was underpriced. And when it comes to you should not grade it, but give me a moment. So when it comes to these cards, the lack of information keeping the price low means that as soon as people become aware of these, the price starts to go up real fast. 22 of them. That doesn't happen for a lot of vintage cards anymore. And I haven't, by the way, I don't know if you guys have kept track of the vintage boxes. How many times have you seen a Rocket vintage box for sale? A Rocket Returns vintage box, right? They're almost never for sale. I almost never see them. Raku Sagai says, Shining Celebi. Should I grade it? Probably not. But I can pick you the nicest looking one, just for you. In this box? What box is he in? Oh yeah, this is a heavy pack right here. That's a heavy pack of base set. Is Dark Tyranitar from Team Rocket Returns worth anything? Yeah, he's probably pretty valuable too. I think a big part of it is if you can grade a 10. Yeah, exactly, Brendan. So when it comes to a card that's not available on the market and there's only 22 of them for sale, it means I got 2 of them sitting right here. So then the rest of them are owned by presumably 20 other dudes, and none of us want to sell ours. And I'm telling you what I would sell mine for if I were to lose it. I would sell it for 15K. And that's because I predict that card over time, as people learn about it, the price on him is going to go up a lot. I think the price on him is going to go up a lot because he's an actually rare card. There's a lot of cards that aren't rare. He's a rare card that also looks good. That's an important aspect of it. All right, here we are. All right, I like this one. How does it look on the back? Yeah, it looks really clean. Okay, so I'm going to get you this one. Here you go, Rakusagai. Thanks, man. And I think your cards, we kept them here, didn't we? Where would they have been placed? That's Bankai. Where would we have placed your cards? I'm looking for your cards now. Jaquez, Nick. Oh, right. You said that we could take your card off the table. I put it in the drawer. That's what I did. Right. Your card's in the drawer because you're like, let's start me a new bag. All right, we'll start you a new bag, man. That's why I was so confused. Exactly. The Yanma, if there's a population of 8 on the Yanma and you want the Yanma, they're going to ask some absurd price. What's nice about this card, though, that's Dragonite. I like that Dragonite. He looks great in the artwork. So does the Team Rocket thing here. And so that would be the price that I'd be willing to give him up, because my prediction for him in 20 years is that I'm going to be sad that I gave him up. I'm going to be looking back at it going, oh shit, why'd I do that? Rakusagai. I'm actually very reasonable on all the other prices I place on my cards because those are the prices I expect them to sell at. But you're just not going to buy that. That Dragonite is going to come on the market very rarely. Like really rarely. Really, really rarely. Okay, So after him, this was a card we recently acquired, Crystal Golem. You know, I see Crystal Golem go for sale a lot. I don't know why people don't like Golem. I'm actually a fan. I've always liked Golem. I've always liked Golem. All right. Is that a reverse holo? Oh, that's Japanese. That's reverse holo. All right, so the cheapest Crystal Golem is going to be $2,000. I can't remember what I paid with them, but I know it was less than that. And let's look up his population as well. Oh, right. How you guys enjoying the stream today? It's a really different kind of stream. I'm pricing cards rather than, instead of opening packs with you guys, we're pricing cards. I think it helps kind of inform, you know, how the prices are moving, and I learn from it all the time. This is like research basically for me. This is research. Does it take a while? Yes, but there's a lot to learn from it. All right, Golem Holo. I said it. Golem Holo. So this card is pretty rare. There's 160 of them. So whenever you get like a vintage card and it's down here and like below 300, below 500, it's fairly rare. I don't think he's that popular. I think that people don't love Golem that much, which is perfect for me because I've always liked Golem, and all of the monsters that become really tough looking that aren't the starter Pokemon. I'm fans of those kinds of Pokemon. So I like Golem. He's part of the base set. Not base set, part of Gen 1. All right. Shining Gyarados. When I bought this card, I was kind of catching on to the concepts of rarity and population. And I realized, oh my God, the Neo cards are underpriced right now. The Neo cards are going to jump up in price like tomorrow. So I ran out and I bought this guy as soon as possible because this is one of the best looking Gyarados cards out there. There it is, look. Little man in the boat. And you got this Shining Gyarados. Awesome card. It's crazy. Yeah, people love this card. I love this card. I knew about it when I was a kid. It looks like there's a population of 95 of them. This is what I paid was $1,300. I paid, well, roughly $1,400. And then the latest time we checked on it, it was not available. And I said, I was guessing that it would be about $4,000. Let's find out what it's going for. Shining Gyarados. PSA 10. And once again, he doesn't appear to be for sale. There are none for sale. We're going to see if any sold recently. So a 9.5 from BGS sold recently for $2,000, but that's a 9.5. And on March 18th, that's almost that is 2 full months ago. One sold marked down from $3,000. So we really don't have good information on this card because it's just never available for sale. I don't really know what I would price mine at. He's just not for sale. This is another one of those cards where my rule would be to strictly hold it. And if you offered me probably about $12,000, I would give them up because there's 95 of them, and he just looks fantastic. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Let's get the date on it. That would be the price you'd have to pay me to get me to give this card up because my expectations about the future for that card are very high, and all I have to do is safely sit on the card and not do anything. Going to the vault. That's right. Snorlax. This was also purchased around the time that I started to understand card rarity. When I really started to understand card rarity from kind of like your odds from grading and the number available in the population, and also desirability, I realized, oh my god, I need the jungle Snorlax before he's all gone. So I went out there and bought him right away. It looks like I bought in at 2,700, which is probably the correct market price when I bought him. I didn't get a deal on him. I just paid the full market price. But look, there's only 67 of them. 67! Snorlax, Jungle, PSA 10. All right. And there are none for sale. There's no first edition PSA 10 Snorlax for sale. Look at Crow's comment. Oh, give me a moment. What did I miss? Chromax says 2 of 69. What comment did I miss? No, Omni, look at it, TCC. What? I'm confused. I must have misread something. So, this is not available for sale. Honestly, I don't know what I would sell mine at. To be honest, this is one of those cards that I expect to move up to about maybe like 40 to 50,000. I would expect this card to be that expensive because he's such an essential part of a vintage collection. He's clearly an extremely popular Pokemon. He's from the Jungle set. This is the first edition holo version of the card. And the fact that there's only 67 of him makes him extremely rare. 67, there's so many people who love Pokemon. So over a long period of time, when I'm an old man, if this card isn't $40,000, I will be very surprised. Oh, Brennan said, he asked, how do you store these slabs? And I told him to double check. Right, so what I do is I don't keep them at home, okay? So I drive them to a new location. There's also, I have a bank box, but unfortunately my whole collection doesn't fit in the bank box. But these do not stay at home with me. They're too valuable. All right. So let's see. Not available, 5/19/20. This should go up to 40,000 in 20, 30 years. Could it? How could it not? Okay. Sabrina's Gengar. There's a surprising, this looks like a large number right here, 250 in the population, but it occurred to me that this card is probably sent in a lot for regrade. So there's 250 nines, but these are probably inflated nines from people trying to regrade the card. Do you keep them in one of those fireproof cases like a lot of people do? I will soon. Chromax says, that's why TCC started an OnlyFans to fund a vault for the Pokemans. Right. So Sabrina's Gengar 9. This is one of the cards I've been keeping an eye on a lot, actually, to tell you the truth. Sharing all my secrets with you right now. Sabrina's Gengar. We're going to go PSA 10. Actually, let's try Jim Gengar, PSA 10. All right. And really? There are no 9s available either, it looks like. Oh, wait. We're searching 10s. I'm sorry. PSA 9. There we go. So there's no 10s available. And it looks like if you want a first edition PSA 9, he's now going for 800. So we'll write 800 on the back of the card. Not a big change, actually. Which is okay because it's a 9. Sabrina's Gengar. Love that card. I bought this card after I realized that the original concept of Holo Mew was that this was meant to go into the fossil set. And when I looked this guy up, I was surprised to learn that he's fairly valuable. You can see there's 162 of those, and on 4/25, I bought mine for $700. All right, let's look up Black Star Mew. And I'm looking for a PSA 10 version of the card. It looks like there was one listed. It's a new listing. Let's see how many people are looking at it. It's getting 34 views per hour. That's pretty standard, actually, for a new card. It was just listed at 700, but after that one sells, it goes right up to 1,400. So I'm just going to go out on a limb and assume that he does sell. What I'm going to say here, this is what I do in that case. I say 700 moving to 1,400. And then I'm going to write the date. All right. So 700 moving to 1,400 for this card, because I assume the $700 one will sell when enough shoppers realize that the next Mew is available at literally double the cost. Which seems appropriate, because again, how old is he? He's from the year 2000, so he's fully 20 years old, and there's 162 of them. Miguel says, I'm excited for when the submissions come back from you and my own. Then I might be part of the rocket roll. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm excited for that too. So it'll be a lot of fun. I'm just using eBay, Katie. I'm using the cheapest buy it now off of eBay, which is I think is a very fair way to look at the price of the card, because you can go buy that card right now. So unfortunately, a bunch of information got scratched out. Let me see if I can remember what I bought this guy for. So there's something here. I vaguely remember spending over 200 on this card. That's what I vaguely remember. I think I spent something like, man, I don't remember. I'm just going to say 300. That's what I vaguely remember spending on this. Could be wrong about that. And it looks like the last time I checked it, it moved up to 600. It has a population of 150. This is Rocket Zapdos from Gym 2. From Gym Challenge. Gym Challenge, PSA 10. Oh, we need Zapdos. Unlimited. First edition. Oh, there's a black label Japanese Rocket Zapdos. That's cool. But again, I probably wouldn't buy it. Let's see. There's only one available. So there's one first edition Gym Challenge Rocket Zapdos, and he's $600, which is the same price he was a while ago. But nobody's purchased him. Looks like he was listed. How long ago was he listed? I don't know when he was listed. There's 11 watchers, but yeah, he's the only one there. I feel like that price is fine. So this would be a case where the price did not move. Maybe I just like the card more than average. We're going to say 5, 19, 20. There we go. Feels like my marker is fading. So 600, 5, 19, 20. I'm presuming then this hasn't changed either. This was going for like 200. You know what? I'm not going to worry about that. That's the PSA 9 version of the card. This Magnemite, he's not really expensive. He's like 150. There's 95 of them, though. I really like Magnemite, so I'm not going to worry about that. The Mewtwo, 179 of the Mewtwo's. On 421, he was going for 600. Let's look him up. This is the Rockets Mewtwo from Gym Challenge. Gym, Rocket, no, I'm just going to say Gym, Mewtwo, PSA 10. And the cheapest one is $880 now. So he's moving. He's moving a little bit at a time. Hard to believe he used to go for $350. I bought mine at $350, by the way. I'm going to say $350 on the card. So he used to go a long time ago for $350. And on today, he's going for, what did I say, $880? Yeah, $880. 519.20. So that's the price today. He isn't moving too fast, to be fair. He's moving at a slower pace than some other cards we've seen. Some cards we've seen move really fast, like this guy, for example. This guy's been moving. I bought him a while back for $600. I considered it back then a real expensive purchase because I bought him a while ago. Last time we checked, he was on 421. He was going for $900. Let's see if he's moved much in 1 month. Shining Kabutops, PSA 10. Unlimited, unlimited. Here we go. First edition is now 1,100, and then it jumps to 1,250. So we're going to say 1,100 on this. Oops. All right. It's moved a little bit. It's not a crazy price. This Dragonite, similar to the Snorlax, when I really started to understand rarity, I went straight out and I bought him. And I bought him, so what you don't know is I bought him at a great price. I got this Dragonite for $1,650. So I paid $1,650 for him, and now we're going to look and see what his price is today. Yeah, there was like this period where I started to understand rarity, and it changed my view of the cards. Dragonite, PSA 10. Let's say Fossil. Okay, there is one first edition Fossil Dragonite. There's 16 people watching it. It's in Australia right now. And he goes for $3,500 now. Woo! Which is, that means he's moved up from the last time we priced him. So the last time we priced him, it was 27. This was probably one of the last really valuable purchases I made in that time period because all the cards started selling like crazy off of eBay. I was watching them. Every day they just go. And so I got a decent price on him and almost just at a price where that's double what I paid, but I'm not ready to sell him. Oh, now to talk about the big boy. Sabrina's Gengar, not available. And $8,000 was that was back then, that was my prediction for what he was probably worth. And today, I would probably move that number closer to 10,000. Because that was from a little while ago. There are 63 of these. He's about as rare as the Magneton. What's the difference between Sabrina's Gengar and Magneton? Gengar's actually quite lovable. People really like this card. Not just the card, but the actual Pokemon. That's what I meant to say there. So Gengar is one of the most popular Pokemon out there. And this card comes onto the market every now and then. Actually, I'm surprised the number of times it has come onto the market. I think it's from people who are trying to cash out on him. But I think people are heavily underestimating how valuable this card is. I will buy this card every time he shows up. I would be happy to own 10 of those. I'd sell off a bunch of cards in my collection to own 10 of those. You should look at most recent sold. I don't have to. That was me. I bought that last one. So here we go. This is Flareon from Jungle. I bought the last one. He hasn't arrived. Flareon Jungle PSA 10. How to spend your trump bucks 101. Okay, let's see. What do we got? That's the no symbol. Huh. There appear to be none of these for sale. So Flareon was the other card I felt that I had to have out of the jungle set before it was gone. And that's non-holo. Yeah, he's just not on the market right now. So last time we checked on 421, he was going for about 600. Now we're going to say not available. So interestingly, we're not able to calculate some of the cards because you can't buy them. In fact, so this is my rare box, and many of them, there's just no data because they're not available. He's not available. He's not available. He's gone up a ton, and there's one for sale for $3,500. There's one of these, wait, there might have been more than one. He's 1,100. He has moved up though. This guy's still for sale. He's 880. I think there were like 2 of them for sale. We didn't look up Magnemite. He's not rare enough, or he's not desirable enough. He's a 9. He's a 10. He didn't move, but there's only one for sale, and it's at 600. This Mew, a fresh one was listed for 700, but after that sells, the next one is 1400. Sabrina's Gengar 9 did move up slightly to 800. Seems appropriate. He's just not for sale, and I predict you will not see him on the market very often. This is another card where I would just straight up buy him whenever I see him. Let's see. Shining Gyarados, kind of the same deal. What I'm scared of with this card is I'm scared the next time I see this card, he's going to be like 5 to 10K, and I just don't have that money. It's crazy. You know what I mean? I just won't have that money. Krista Golem, I think I got a good deal on him. I can't remember what I paid. I think that's why I bought him. The Dark Dragonites, which are secretly 2 of my best looking and yet also 2 of my rarest cards that I own. 22 of them? And I've got 2 of them right here. What you guys don't know is I have a 3rd one on the way. Win from C Tyranitar. There's 16 of these. I don't really know what that means. There's 16 of these. That's rare. Here's a 9. There's a bunch. There's 96 of these. 650. I mean, I feel like that's underpriced. There's 72 of these. He's not for sale. I mean, he looks great. The card's gorgeous, and there's just 72 of them available. I don't know what that means in terms of value. You know what I mean? Shining Tyranitar. There was a guy selling this for 12,000. I think he took it down. I wonder if that means he sold it or what's going on. Maybe he doesn't want to sell it now. But I think that they're probably, the real price on these is probably closer to about 8,000. All right. That was my rare box. That was my rare box. Where did you learn the card populations? Card populations is public information that you can look on the PSA website. Also, I want to point out, guys, it doesn't include the BGS population for those cards. So we would assume that there's a few more of those cards graded to 10, but BGS. But BGS isn't super popular for Pokemon, so I don't know how it affects it. Like, maybe for Charizard from Hidden Fates, it would affect the number a lot. But for the Vintage, I'm not sure if it would. I don't know if it would affect it a lot. Hey, mister, open your last heavy base set for the Zard. All right, you got it, Dio. That's all you had to say, Dio. I want to thank everyone for your support on the channel. You guys are too kind. I hope to entertain you and to help you and to inform you so that you can enrich yourself when you collect the cards as well. Wish me luck. And it is Charizard. Oh, my God, dude. Dude. That's the Charizard. I was going to open that on TikTok. Oh, my God. I just pulled like $1,500 out of a pack. Damn. I was not expecting that even a little bit. I was going to be happy if I got a duplicate Venusaur. Damn. Let's take a closer look. I mean, I would say he's a little thinner on the bottom than the top, but I think he's got a shot for a 10. But let me be honest, if he pulls a 9, I collect 9s. I think that 9s are collectible. I think they go up in value. I think they're pretty rare. Damn. Duplicate Zard was in the box. So I want to mention this to you guys as well. Not only was there a duplicate Charizard in the box, there was another Blastoise. Remember, I pulled a Blastoise, and there was a Venusaur. So if you guys had cleaned out the rest of that box, which you didn't, you would have, one of you guys would have pulled this rather than me. You would have pulled this, you would have pulled the Blastoise, and you would have pulled the Venusaur. Damn, boy. That was the best possible. That's last pack luck right there. We always joke about last pack luck. That was it right there. That was last pack luck. Holy smokes. I got to go tell my wife. Honey, we did it. We did it. Oh, man, that puts a smile on your face. Seriously, though, I was just talking about how my favorite Charizard was the Japanese one because of how vibrant it is. Check it out. I might have 2 of them now. I don't know. I think the centering will make it a 9. So I think it will be a 9, but the 9 should have some value. So it looks like the 10 is going for 2,200. Let's see what the 9 goes for. I bet the 9 goes for about 500. So I might have pulled a $500 card there. I would, if I was PSA, I'd probably give that a 9 for off-centering. So Japanese Charizard, not to rain on my own parade. PSA 9, Japanese Charizard base. And it looks like he does go for about 500. Yeah. So if you have the PSA 9 version of that card, he goes for about 500. Sweet. Ah, what a pity too, because I just sent the cards out for grading. If I had just waited by 1 day, I would have pulled this card too. Well, we've got some more hot cards to pull out. Here's Sora's Blaine's Charizard. We'll send these two out together. They'll be Charizard brothers. $3 and a stiff handy. A stiff handy? Oh, man. You're driving a hard bargain there. $2 and a handy final offer. $2 and a loose handy. So we'll be sending these off to grade, and we'll be showing them off in the live stream later. Let me put this back in my box. That is really nice. When does the Fire Ablaze set come out? Oh, you mean like the Darkness Ablaze or whatever it's called? Probably in August. So we've got some time to collect all the cards in Rebel Clash and catch up on whatever we missed in Sun and Moon. We can explore some odd things, like if you guys want, we could do Detective Pikachu. I ordered some XY evolutions because everyone was saying, oh, I want XY evolutions. So you'll have a shot to grab the Anniversary Charizard, which, by the way, looks exactly like this one, but English. So you'll have a chance to grab that. And I think I have more Rebel Clash on the way. I can't remember what I ordered last. We have some Hidden Fates on the way, but I might sit on them. Are you going to buy the Japanese exclusive series coming out soon? There's a Japanese exclusive series? I might. Yeah, I don't mind. Damn, dude. That's last pack luck. And if it pulled a 10, which I don't think it will, but if it did, that would be like $1,500 to $2,000 that you just pulled out of a little tinfoil bag. And at the worst case scenario, you pulled 500 out of a bag.
Gotta get that safe ASAP.
Gotta get the safe, says Cromag. Let's do it, Cromag. We're gonna get a safe, and we'll be able to store people's cards in the safe whenever all the time, essentially. And that will, if there's ever some sort of tragedy or like a fire or a tornado or whatever, maybe somebody tries to break in, they will be all locked up. I was reading that when people try to steal, they don't try to steal when you're at home, they try to steal when you're gone. Well, if I have a 1,000-pound vault, it'll be much harder for them to steal all this. But let's see. So that's Cromag, and it will be 1872. I'll probably start putting this fund in my main stream where people support me over there, and maybe that will help it come down a little bit as well. Wow, really cool, guys. Woo! Hey, let's talk about some cards I'd like to sell, actually. So, after going through my PSA collection again, these are the cards that I'm open-minded to selling. This is a really nice Solgaleo. He's from Ultra Prism, the Ultra Prism collection. I just sold off the Lunala, so now I've just got the Solgaleo, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll just sell off the Solgaleo as well then, in that case. This is a PSA 7 Blastoise. I actually bought him for you guys, and he got mixed in with my other cards by accident. As well as this guy right here, this Snorlax EX. He's a PSA 7, and I bought him for you guys. The Dark Steelix, I bought him for like the lotto, because he's a fairly affordable price. Is he? See, these Snorlaxes are insanely expensive if you didn't know that, even as raw cards. The Dark Steelix, I have a 9, I think. Do I have a 9? I can't remember. Oh, I better double check on that one. And this is a Snorlax EX6. So this is also probably for the mystery packs. And I have one Dark Muck First Edition PSA 10. He's not very expensive. I'm just selling him for 60 bucks. But he's an uncommon card from the Rocket set. And he's like the only uncommon 10 I have from the Rocket set. So I'm not collecting all of those yet. Maybe I will in the future. I'm thinking when I split off my own boxes, I'll just grade my own cards then at that point. But so I have him for sale. The Blastoise, this dude, the Dark Steelix, the Snorlax, and the Solgaleo. They're all pretty lovely. How much for the Blastoise? Well, for the Blastoise, The truth is, I might just save him so that I have something to do with the mystery packs, right? So currently in the mystery packs, if you guys didn't know this, you have a chance for the Dark Charizard. This is a card that we just recently graded. He returned from PSA, and I put him into the mystery packs. And then when he's gone, I got to have something else to put in there too. So I'm open-minded to selling the Blastoise directly, but I would actually think it would be more fun to put him into the mystery pack so that people have something cool to go after. So I'll place those to the side. You can look up his market value if you want and make me an offer. So I'll mention that. And then what else do we have? I want to show you a card that's for my wife. You guys want to see one of my wife's favorite cards? I bought this for her, so she loves it. This Suicune or Suicune, notice I did not go with the Rainbow Rare because we're trying to appreciate the actual look of the card. He says, I believe the series used to be called World Down and it got renamed to Infinity Zone. Oh, interesting. I'll look it up at another time when maybe the live stream is over, or maybe you can link it in the Discord. So this is for my wife. That one's not for sale. We mentioned this one a while ago, the Gyarados. Oh, what was that?
Two mystery.
Temlet wants 2 mystery. How's it going, Temlet? By the way, Temlet, we do have sealed boxes of Unified Minds. I'm going to give you a Temlet discount. You get a whole box for $2 and a loose handy. Where's the marker? Temlet, and man, Bankai really did well in the mystery packs, didn't he? Bankai got lucky like multiple times. All right, there we go. So, one of the things that you guys, Temlet's like, deal, mister. One of the things you guys probably miss out on is the reality that even modern cards can be a good investment of your money. Usually we look at guys like this, we get, our panties are all wet, and we're like, oh my God, I gotta have that for $4,000 or whatever it's selling for at the time. What you have to understand is you could take $4,000 and buy a different card that will eventually become rare in maybe less than a year. A great example, Eevee and Snorlax from Team Up. So the Team Up booster boxes are getting real expensive. Give me a moment here, I'm gonna... Just getting rid of that coronavirus cough. No, I'm just kidding. So Eevee Snorlax. Oh, Cheese wants in. Sounds good, Cheese. This pack is on its last leg because there's no more room on it. Whoops. Getting rid of that coronavirus. Get comfortable here. So there are modern cards that really do not cost that much, guys. And these are 2 terrific examples. Now, in the sets that these came from, I don't know if they were considered like the chase cards in the set, but I promise you, there was a point where the market was probably flooded with these secret rare Gyaradoses. So think about when Crimson Invasion first comes out. You got these card collectors, they open a bazillion packs, they send off the Gyaradoses to grade, they come back, and a couple of them go up onto the market. He's probably listed around $100 to $75. Today, you can't even buy them. You can't find them. The Crimson Invasion box is going up in price. So this is a card where instead of buying, oops, sorry about that. Instead of buying like a $2,500 Shining Tyranitar, you could buy 25 of these. 25 of these. And then if this doubled in price to, let's say, $200, you'd be sitting on $5,000 of Gyaradoses. Do you see? So the idea that vintage strictly is your best investment is not true. Modern cards, if they're beautiful enough, and if they consist of highly desirable Pokemon, they'll eventually become a better option than the super rare vintage stuff. It depends on how expensive the vintage stuff is. Okay, there's a point where the vintage stuff is probably too expensive. Okay, so let's see. Scratch that out. Who's this for? This is for Kong. I'm sorry. Kong. I'm going to write your whole name out till I got it memorized. All right, mystery packs are moving, huh? There we go. DL says 130. Oh, you're making an offer on the Snorlax. Hold your horses on that one, DL. So with the Snorlaxes, I feel that I'm ready to sell them, but I'm pretty sure they're fairly rare. Let me actually look up the Snorlax EX real fast from Rocket Returns. So despite having a low grade, you're probably just not going to run into a lot of them. Let me just find this. So we're going to look at how many 10s and 9s there are, actually. Not 6s and 7. Rocket Returns. Doo-ba-doo-doo, Scooby. Let's see. There's a total of 6,000 cards graded for Rocket Returns. So for the Rocket Returns Snorlax, there's a total of 187 of them graded. Oh, nice. DL says there's a PSA 7 at 270 right now. Maybe you should go grab it. So there's really only 57 10s and 82 9s. It's actually fairly rare. And I would say for the 6 and the 7, well, obviously I can't go over the market. Let me look at the market right now. Rocket Returns Snorlax, PSA. You're right, there is a 10. I'm sorry, there is a 7 on the market. Some raw ones on the market. Oh man, that pack art. I want to show you guys something. Check this out. So this pack, I bought this for like $250 not too long ago. Now it's new listing at $550. That's a graded booster pack. It's a real thing. They have value. Wow, I have not looked at the Rocket Returns in a day or two. Now I'm looking. You know what, DL? I guess I wasn't ready to accept. I guess I wasn't ready to accept offers on the Snorlaxes, but yeah, you're right. There's one for sale. There's a PSA 7 for sale for $270, and maybe that's the right price. Rocket Returns PSA. I just want to see what's available. Let's go with newly listed. Time to buy all these out before you guys get a chance. I'm not gonna let you get the chance. Nah, I don't really see anything. A lot of these are just the same old cards, but they've been relisted because nobody's buying them. Same old card, but nobody's buying them. It's because nobody knows about Rocket Returns. All right, let me toss this over here. DL says I can't go over 175. I tell you what, DL, you want to do 150 for the 6? Hey, Pard. I mean, unless somebody's going to offer more than 150, I guess. Is it better to have a new PSA grading or older? It's technically better to have a new PSA grading because a new PSA grading means that they might have had harsher standards.
Please, mister, and have you got any codes?
Hey, mister, you got any codes? Thanks, John McMunn. Ba-dum. Metalax is like 155 and a loose handy. I'll give you a rock for the Snorlax. I'll throw it at you. So let's see. Somebody got a mystery pack. That was McMunn. Good luck, McMunn. Toss this over here. All right. So I was talking about the modern sets, and with these two cards, I couldn't even probably get you a price because I doubt they're for sale. That's the funny thing. The Gyarados probably isn't for sale, and neither is the Eevee Snorlax.
Tip for you, good sir.
Oh, thanks, DL. Where'd that card go? Where'd I place it? Oh man, we pulled that Charizard out. God, I'm so happy. It's an awesome night. Oh, I don't remember where I put the card. Oh, I put it over here. I guess it kind of makes up for the 2 light packs I opened, though, right? Kind of lost money on those, so maybe it all evens out in the end. Definitely lost money on those. They would have been so much more valuable sealed. Mewtwo and Mew? Oh, I'm curious. How has Mewtwo and Mew changed over time? You guys want to find out? So it was a population of 221. That number has very likely gone up. Give me a second. We're going to look up Mewtwo and Mew because it's such a great looking card. But you know what? He like really dipped in price for a while. Back then, I didn't know that even happened. I didn't know when the card first comes out that it's super expensive and then it dips and then it goes back up. I had no clue. Mewtwo. Whoa, he's not really changed. 252, so he's still pretty rare. We're going to go with the lowest priced. Wow, so not a lot more of them have been great. Oh, nice. And he's going for $290 now? That's more than what I bought him for. Awesome. Awesome, dude. Check this out. So the real price that I paid for this guy, I thought I was getting a deal. The real price I paid was $210. And what happened was right after I bought him at $210, he fell to like $140, and then he was going for like $150 at some point, and I was like, I think he's going to move up to $190, and now he's going for like $290. And his population went from 221 to 252, which means about 30 of them have been added, but that's actually not a lot from the initial launch of the set. So his population has shifted as you would expect, but not super dramatically. He's actually much rarer than the Hidden Fates Charizard in terms of population anyways. And maybe that's because people aren't opening him as much, but awesome. Maybe they won't, think about this, maybe they won't reprint Unified Minds as much as they're reprinting Hidden Fates. Hidden Fates keeps getting reprinted, and that's because the demand is high for it. So these are modern set cards, and they're fun. They're like a different animal, you know, when you're trying to invest in these. They're a bit harder to predict because Nintendo is capable of just hitting a button and reprinting these. So time to tell you the truth on this card, I only paid $75 for him. And back then I sold a few to you guys for like 80 and 90, so I was just flipping for like $15 basically. And I bet you he goes for way more than that now. Let's find out what he goes for. That's been a lot of my learning experience, by the way, is just not to sell even. Like, why bother selling when the card's going up so quickly? So this is Shining Legends. We have Shining Legends on the table right now. We also have Unified Minds for sale. So we have both of those packs for sale, Shining Legends and Unified Minds. Here it is, Shining Legends. So there's a lot of these test tube Mewtwo's. Wait, I'm confused. Card number 78. Okay, card number 78. So there's 741 of these. Huh. So the last time I got the population, he was at 738, and now he's at 741. Read, TCC, has your Rocket Snorlax been graded at PSA? I would like to make an offer before the masses. He has not returned. I still have a PSA 7 Snorlax. So I have a PSA 7 Snorlax right now. There's one on eBay for $270. Maybe I would match that price then. So let's see, Mewtwo. Okay, so we're done with the population. The population's moved by a whopping 3. A whopping 3, man. So now we're going to say Shining Legends, Mewtwo, PSA 10. How do we have it sorted? Okay, we have it sorted by lowest price. And the cheapest one right now is 144, but then it jumps up to 190. So actually, he has not changed too much, but he goes up to 190. So that's the information on that card. 144 moving to 90, 519, 20. You can see last time he was 130, then 120, and I got him for 75. Interesting. That was a card I was curious about. Burning Shadows Darkrai. This card barely has any cards in the population. There's 42 of them. And I have mine listed right now for $600. And maybe I shouldn't. Oh, man. I have to think about it. I have the only one for sale on eBay. So he's for sale for $600. I think for a lot of these modern cards, we're not going to actually bother pricing them. I'm just going to show you what I have, okay? Because many of these are still so dynamic because they're still young and they're not really super valuable either. Okay. Let me show you my modern, okay? Oh, something happened.
Shining Legends, please.
Rakusag, I would like to try for Shining Legends. Let's do it. Before we continue, we're going to open up your cards. Good luck, man. So if you pulled that Mewtwo and he was well-centered, he would be worth probably about $140. But he doesn't show up all the time. He's pretty rare. Here we go, pack number 1. What do we got? We got Manaphy Ekans. Pack number 2. We have Entei. Get out of here, Entei. So you gotta go deep and buy 5 of them at a time. All right, so we got you the Entei. Oops. Let's take a look at my modern cards. How should we do this? Oh no, the camera will just fall over if I do that. I'll tell you what, I'll just do it like this. So this is my modern set. We've got Mewtwo Mew, Eevee Snorlax. Oh, now I wish the camera was tilted down more. Gyarados, the Burning Shadows Darkrai. The thing is, he's pretty rare, and the Burning Shadows collection is hard to complete in the future, I'm assuming. It's hard to complete that set in the future. Here's Mewtwo. He was going for $144. Lapras GX, which I think looks fantastic. Here's the Umbreon Gx. Wow, he's from the base set? He's from 2017. It says back here that I got him for 75 and that now he's 200. I don't know if that's still true. I don't know how he's moving. Psychic Energy, Metal Energy, Grass Energy. I was trying to say grass and leaf. Fire Energy, Fairy Energy. There were some of these for sale the other day. I think they were underpriced. Glaceon. I was tempted to buy them. Umbreon. It's my second Umbreon, huh? Espeon. Hey, mister, don't read my comment. Leafeon. The Legendary Birds is a Mewtwo. And Sylveon. And actually, this Magnezone is one of mine. This was one of my returns. I didn't see a Wick. She is expensive now. Yeah, I probably never will have a Wick. I don't really hold on to a lot of trainer cards. Maybe I should have. Here's a warning for you guys. Maybe you should be thinking about picking up Misty's Favor. So Misty's even more well known than Wick, and Misty's Favor comes out of the Unified Mindset, and she will probably be a valuable card over time because she's an original character. So Misty's Favor from Unified Minds. Do you have one? I bet you can't even find one for sale. Oh, this set should be priced, shouldn't it? Oh, I saw one of these listed for $10,000. Here's my rocket set, right? Dark Alakazam, that's a 9. Dark Dragonite. Dark Golbat. The stream's been going on for a while, so I might just wrap up soon. Dark Gyarados. Dark Blastoise 9. Dark Alakazam. Dark Blastoise 10. That's such an expensive card, dude. I mean, these cards could easily have been in my expensive card bin, but they're in the rocket bin instead, because I'm a huge rocket nerd here. I love the rocket cards. That was kind of when I got into full swing collecting as a kid, was around the time the rocket cards were becoming popular after the base set. Dark Dugtrio was like 500 last time I checked. Here it is, my second Blastoise. I have 2 of them. Ta-da! My second Dragonite. I wish I had kept all of them. I wish I had kept all my PSA 10 rocket cards. They went up tremendously in value. It was a mistake for me to have sold any of them. So I mistakenly sold them like an idiot, not knowing that their price was about to go up. That's a 9 Dugtrio. He's probably not worth too much. 10 Hypno, one of my favorite cards of all time. Big nostalgia card for me. Alky Bear was generous enough to sell me his Rainbow Energy for $1,500. That was pretty expensive. It's a good deal, but now I have like 0 money. Actually, that money was supposed to be used to replenish the cards that we open up on the channel. Dark Tyranitar 10 from X Team Rocket Returns. It says I got him for 400. This is like that Dragonite, but you know, he doesn't look as good as the Dragonite. The Dragonite looks insanely good. Oops. Dark Electrode. Jumpluff. This is Rocket Returns. Swinub. Rocket Sneak Attack from the regular Rocket set again, and here comes Team Rocket. I think I was contemplating selling these, but then I was like, no, come on, dude. Look at that lighting, so much drama. I know, right? So those are my rocket cards. You saw that there were some rocket return cards in the bin, and that's because I couldn't fit all of my rocket return cards in one of these Shining Legends lids. So I got a rocket returns pile. You'll notice also that the Charizard wasn't shown off here. I have them. Let me grab them. I was pricing him alongside the other Charizards. Here it is. How much is left for Sword and Shield base? We have 3 purchases left, or a total of 15. I think we have that much. Huge fan of the rocket cards. Love them. I love them. Look how thick that is. I bought most of these very, very, very early on. I bought these right at the beginning of collecting the Pokemon cards, and I got an insanely good price on most of them. It's crazy to think how expensive they are today, and how much money this chunk is worth. Like, this just is heavy too. It's weird. It's heavy. You try to pick it up, it weighs like 10 pounds. Yeah. Sean says, which is why I asked a few times, what's the price for the Solgaleo? Oh, if you're interested in the Solgaleo, I would probably do like 300 on them. Let me know if that sounds okay. That's without me doing any research. Solgaleo. All right. This is my other thick boy. This is the Team Rocket Returns bin. So let's see. In the Team Rocket Returns bin, this is probably one of the more expensive cards. It's the PSA 9 Gold Star Torchic. You know, I guess people like the Gold Star-based Pokemon. I don't. I also saw how expensive they were, and I cringed. But, yeah, I don't know what to say. Not a big fan of him, honestly. I like this card. This is a nice card. So, Team Rocket Returns has some really fancy reverse holos. I like the little, you know, like fire, lightning. The background's very cool. Metal energy. So they took the icons from the energy cards and they made that the holo. And it's got this little, see that? A little reverse holo thing there. X Team Rocket Returns. So I really like the design of these, which is why I started collecting them. And I have some of these out for grading. Most of the ones out for grading will come back 7s and 8s. So I have those for sale for pretty cheap if you just want to have some in your collection. All right, so that's Mareep. Here's a 9 Dark Tyranitar. Here's the other Dark Tyranitar. So there's actually two styles of Dark Tyranitars in the set. Which is another reason why I like the sets, because I'm a huge Tyranitar fan. Houndoom!
Last two shining promise.
Last 2 shining promise. You got it. You got it, mister. I have never bothered pricing my Rocket Return set, and the reason for that is because they're never for sale. I have trouble finding them for sale. And the price listed on eBay is not the price I would sell them at, because I kind of just want to hold mine. So damn, dude, you're pulling Shining Mew on your first try? Woo! Pack number 1 is hot. There's the Shining Mew. Let's try pack number 2. All right. What do we got? That's going to be a Veltal or Rua. So those are going to be bulk. I'll throw in this Venusaur holo, reverse holo.
Shield Monster Hunter Base Set.
Monster Hunter Base Set. How's it going, Chromag? Sword and Shield Monster Hunter Base Set. Let's get those for Chromag real fast. No problems. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I counted that out correctly. Should I grade the Mew? You certainly are welcome to. He looks a little thin on the bottom, so he could definitely probably pull a 9. Can't guarantee a 10, though. Be nice if that Charizard pulled a 10, wouldn't it? I'm going to grade him anyways. It's because I'll take the 9. I mean, but yeah, if you don't mind having a 9 Shining Mew, then I'd say go for it. Here we go. This is for Chromag. Good luck, man. Neo Generations box, 20K on eBay. All right, guys, let's get a pool going. If we all pool our money together right now, I'll buy the box off, okay? So if we all buy in a pack, I'll go grab it right now for us. Are you ready? What if we did that? So, like, one of the things, when it comes to buying booster boxes, they're so expensive that, you know, I would have to have all that cash on hand to go buy a box. If you guys bought the packs before I bought it off of eBay, then I would have the cash to go grab it off of eBay if we were all pooling together. Kind of like what my brothers did when we were younger. All right, so we got Cinderace here. Do I like Adidas? My wife does. Quick, are you watching Quick Quip? Have you ever accidentally damaged a card when you're opening it? I've never done that. I've literally never done that. Choodle. I bought one 14K about 2 weeks ago. Next pack. That would be cool to try. I don't know, man. Well, let's say that the booster box sells before we're done pooling enough money together. I would just return everyone's money. So it would be easy.
For grading Mew.
For grading Mew. Sounds good, Rakusagai. Silicobra. What happens if someone else buys the box before you do? Oh, look, it's Quick Quip. Hey, Quick Quip, do you like Adidas? Yeah, I just answered that, Mahasvara. So what we would probably do is I would just, well, not probably, here's exactly what would happen. I would just then refund everyone. So problem solved. So I've thought about offering to start a pool, because, you know, we all kind of come together in this community to maybe buy a booster box off the interwebs. What do you guys think? I've thought about it. It makes it a little easier on me because, honestly, when you're talking about buying like a $10,000 booster box, I don't have $10,000 laying around. Normal people don't have 10K to just dump on a box and be like, all right, it's for sale. But, you know, if 36 people were coming together to break that price down, then, yeah, maybe. Here, Tapu Koko. Last pack. Ah, it's white. Ooh, let's see what you get, man. Come on, full art. We got to have a full art. And it is Telmice. Ooh, rough Chromag. You end up with 4 hits, but no full arts. People will be more enticed to participate. No way, man. But yeah, it was just an idea I had because it's honestly, it's hard for me to take like $10,000, drop it on something and be like, yeah, it'll be there. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to do that. So if we had like a pool going between all of us and you guys trusted me to handle the purchase, I think you guys trust me to handle the purchase because obviously we've been doing business together for a while now. It could be a cool way for us to take a box that we want to open off of the internet. All right, these go to Cro-Mag. Probably should have offered to do it a long time ago. You know, if I had offered to do that a long time ago, we might have opened up some first edition Fossil and first edition Jungle, which are two other sets I really love. So this is Cro-Mag. Yeah, I would have done it a long time ago. Grab this real fast. This is going to be for Rakusagai. Shining Mew. Sweet. Ouch. God, I still got that skin getting cut back on my finger. See it? Just getting peeled back further and further. It hurts so bad. Raku. Place you in the box. And let me update the PSA requests. Jump over here. You seem like a very honest guy. Been watching your content for a good amount of time. Well, I feel that honesty is super important because if you can't trust someone, you can't do business with them. Actually, they teach you that in economics. They teach you that. There's a few things that drives economic growth, and one of them is security, and security means being able to trust what's going on. So let's see. So, oh, right. PSA submissions, PSA requests. We're going to say Rakusagai. Shining Mew. Boop, you're in. Very, very important. Actually, I'm part of the alien lizard people, and I'm here to replace the batteries in the birds. Derek Gyarados. Houndour 9. I wish it was a 10. It's a cute card. Slugma 9. Dark Magneton 9. Dark Pupitar 9. Here's a Dark Tyranitar 9 again. I have multiples of those. Dark Houndoom 9. Dark Muck 9. I wish I had a 10 of that one. I love Muck. Big fan of Muck. Here's a Dark Mag Cargo 10. Look at this Ekans. This Ekans is awesome. Raku says, after countless Shining Legends, I finally got that Mew. Shake my head. You did it! Dreams really do come true. Look at that. All right. Dark Golduck, PSA 10. That card was expensive. The guy who wanted to sell the Dark Golduck, he would not budge on his price, and he was asking a lot. And I caved because I wanted it. I was like, I gotta have that Dark Golduck. Slowpoke. Dark Pupitar. Togetic. Oh, this is one of the cooler cards I bought. I really love the way this Togetic looks. He's also really, really rare. He's one of those cards where it's like, you can't find him. Snorlax EX10. That's right. I own one. Oh, my God. I don't want to tell you how much I paid for that. Dark Golbat. Big fan of Dark Golbat. Dark Dragonair. It's a fancy Dark Dragonair. Here's one of the EX, Entei EX. I only bought it because the guy offered me a good deal. But otherwise, I don't actually like the EX cards from the Rocket Return set. They're just kind of ugly. This Dark Hypno, by the way, is kind of ugly. Here's a PSA 10 of the Dark Magneton. PSA 9 Cubone. Oh, I did have a 9 for the Steelix. So that's why the other Steelix is for sale. So I've got 2 of them. I got a 9 and I've got an 8. I got the 8 for sale. The Mareep. So basically with the Rocket Returns cards, these will most likely just never be for sale. The Rocket Return set is just hard to come by. There's not a lot of them. And I collect Rocket cards. I really like Rocket cards a lot because I like bad guys. I mean, look at my icon for the channel. My icon's the Rocket icon. So I went after the Rocket collection because the Rocket Returns collection because it's a Rocket collection. That's the only reasoning. No other reasoning. So the Mareep, because it's a 10, I probably will just never risk selling it. If I obtain a second one, I'll probably be open-minded, but I've only got the one of them. So if I sold it to you, I don't know if I'll come across it again. Sadly, there's not a lot of cards there's not a lot of cards for sale with the Rocket set. I never see them for sale. Of course, I stopped buying them for a while because they were so overpriced. All right. And now you guys have seen my whole PSA collection. That's all my cards. Is a fun collection. I like laying around looking at it. I can show you what it looks like from the side here. Check it out. There's a lot of cards in there. Sean, I will probably just hold on to the Solgaleo until, well, let me see what he's for sale. Let me see what he's for sale on eBay. Sometimes people say, hey, he last sold at XYZ. That's true. That means that the demand for the card went up, and now the only ones available for sale are at the current. That's why when I'm pricing the cards, I don't go off of the sold price. I go off of the available price, because you can't buy ones that have already sold. Does that make, that's logical, right? So let's say Solgaleo, Ultra Prism. You can't buy cards that are already sold. Somebody else got it. So the cheapest buy it now price for that Solgaleo appears to be okay. That's United Kingdom for over 300. So the cheapest buy it now price for that Solgaleo is $300. I will go under that to 290, but that's it. So I'll go under the cheapest eBay price by dropping my price by 10. Okay. But and I'm only doing that because eBay fees. So that's the reason I will do that for you. But that's it, because then I still got to pay for shipping and everything else. Crowback says, that's some nice PSA 10 carpet. I know it. I know it, baby. I tell you what, I will go halvesies with you on the eBay fee, actually. So if there's one for sale for 200, for 300, then I will drop my price by 15, which will be 15 off of 300 is 285. So if you're interested in him, I'll go 285 on him with you, which is actually more than I paid. I actually paid I paid 300 myself for him, I believe. Here we go. Oh, there is actually a box we didn't look at. Is this one? That's the new base set that we just picked up the other day. There it is. It's pretty cool, man. I'll probably obtain a few cards here and there over time, and of course this is the best card in the lot, right? This one right here. That's because Quick Quip likes it. I'm definitely interested. I just bought the Lunala. Oh, well, perfect. You're like the perfect candidate to be buying one of the Solgaleos, and I'm offering the cheapest price now at $285. All right, let me place this up here. And the one we didn't look at, the box we didn't look at was this one. Basically, I bought a PSA 9 collection of the base set because I got it for pretty cheap. You guys, we were going through this yesterday. It's not complete, but I've purchased a few cards to complete it. So I'm happy with that. I can't believe that the Shadowless Charizard was going for $2,000. You know what? I'm going to go look at that again to make sure I didn't mess it up, because he was only going for $800 in the past. PSA 8 Shadowless Charizard. I don't have a Discord. Is it free to join? Yeah, Discord's free to join. I thought you were in the Discord. Are you just teasing us? Yeah, I thought you were in there. So Shadowless Charizard, $2,000. Wow. Wow, that really went up. That more than doubled. Huh. I guess I'll sit on him. Crazy. I was gonna sell him for 800. Because I don't know, I just didn't want a Shadowless card. That was my only reasoning. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, today's live stream. We didn't sell a lot of cards. What we did is we kind of looked through my collection for fun. We sold a few mystery packs. We haven't played Who's That Pokemon, but we probably won't play tonight. I'm waiting for more card product to come in. I didn't get any mail today, but I got a lot of work done. We still got to figure out Miguel's situation. Miguel, I have a Latios coming. I've got plenty of common uncommons of the Neo Discovery set, so no problem replacing those. I've got the Ursaring coming. And then for Emmanuel, I don't know what happened to Emmanuel. Nobody's contacted me yet and told me that I accidentally shipped them a fossil pull or anything like that. So, but I haven't actually cleaned up the room. I need to clean up in here. It's a big mess. And now I'm going to go stretch my back and relax and maybe have a meal. Hang out with Quick Quip. So anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and the guy who's curious about the Solgaleo, you can contact me in Discord anytime, okay? So check the description of the live stream. There's going to be a link to Discord. Discord's just a way to talk to people. That's all it is, all right? I'll thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Play more Crystal? I probably will tonight.